Hi, it's Kristen. Welcome back to Joyfully Thriving. Today I want to talk to you about 10 easy ways that you can start saving money on your grocery budget right now, right away, without using coupons. Are you ready? I have a lot to share, so let's get going. All right, before we get started, I just want to start with by saying this one thing. You definitely can use coupons and save a great amount on groceries. I do use coupons. My coupon use has changed a lot over the years. I used to be one of those who would clip the coupons every Sunday and organize them and pair them up with the deals. But coupons have definitely changed over the last 2-3 years, and much less the last decade. Right now, the best way to use coupons is really through digital uses of coupons that you'll find through your stores. But I'm not going to get into that today because I want to show you that you can save money without messing with coupons at all. Now, if you do like coupons, feel free to stack any of them on top of these tips I'm going to share and you will save even more. But let's get started. Okay, the first tip is probably the biggest and most important one here. You need to shop the sales. The easiest way to save money on your grocery bill is to shop the sales. Look at what's on sale, and that's what you need to be buying this week. So, for instance, if you see that chicken's on sale, then buy chicken this week. If you see that peanut butter's on sale, go buy peanut butter. And along with that, make sure that you're buying more than just what you would use this week. You want to follow the practice of really buying one for now and two for later. If you do that, you will find yourself buying more than you need. For example, say pasta is on sale this week for $1, and you know you go through a box of pasta each week. If you go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to buy 8 boxes of pasta this week, it'll get us through the next 2 months. And then that means you're not paying full price for pasta for over 2 months. Yes, you will pay a little bit more up front, but in the long run, you're going to save a lot of money by shopping the sales. Start watching your ads every week and look at those sale items to make your shopping list. That's a great way to save a lot of money on your grocery bill. Tip number 2 is a very important one as well. You need to focus on buying produce when it's in season. By doing that, you will find your grocery bill dropping. We are very blessed in that we have a wide variety of produce that we can buy year-round. However, that doesn't always mean it's cheap year-round. By focusing on what's in season, you will naturally be buying the things that are cheaper and more readily available. My kids like grapes, but I'm not going to buy them if they're $4 a pound because they're hard to get in our store. I'm going to focus on buying the apples that are 99 cents a pound. If you still want a wide variety, don't be afraid to stock up on frozen or canned produce. Both fruits and vegetables are readily available in that way, and they are always processed at the peak time, so you actually are getting a very good value for your money with frozen or canned produce. Tip number 3, you need to start looking for buy one, get one deals. Buy one, get one deals are simply when you'll get first product for full price and then the second product you'll get for free. For example, last week there were meat sales and the ground beef was actually buy one, get one free. So the price was $4.99 a pound and I paid full price for that first package, but the second package was totally free. So when you average them out, it worked out to $2.99 a pound. By finding those buy one, get one free deals, you are automatically cutting your grocery bill in half just by finding the buy one, get one free deals. They are available throughout the store, so look for those whenever you are looking at your ads. Be intentional about finding out those deals. You do need to know your store. Most stores with buy one, get one free deals, the first product will be full price and the second will be zero. But there are some stores when it's a buy one, get one free deal, they'll take both products and they'll mark them down 50% on both. It still works out the same, but just know which your store does so you can watch your receipt for that. Fourth tip, start shopping the markdowns. This will vary again. Every store is different. Everyone has a different way of displaying their markdowns. But you will find where some stores mix them in, some stores have a special aisle, but wherever you can find those markdown deals, those are a great way to save. A lot of times products are marked down at the grocery store for a variety of reasons. The most common is that boxes get dented or broken and cans are dented and bumped on the shelves. They just don't look as pretty. Nothing has happened to the product inside, but you'll find a lot of times they're going to be marked down quite substantially just because of the outside packaging. Sometimes products are marked down because it's a seasonal item. You'll notice that a lot after Christmas or Thanksgiving. Things that are just marked for the holidays will all of a sudden be marked down. You can still use them year round, of course, but just watch for those. And another time, sometimes things are marked down just because they are changing packaging or the store has decided not to carry that product anymore. For whatever the reason, make sure you watch for markdowns. It's a great way to save on your grocery bill. A lot of times you'll be able to find name brands that are marked down for much cheaper than the generic. Another good thing about markdowns is that you'll often find those in the meat and the dairy aisle. And just make sure when you're shopping those that you pay attention to the best by or sell by date. If you're able to take it home right away and use it or freeze it, it's not a problem. Things freeze great. So don't be scared about those dates. Just do pay attention to those when you're looking for markdowns. Tip number 5 is a great one here too. You want to make foods from scratch. Now, I know this might seem overwhelming to some people, but I'm not saying you have to do it for everything. However, the more things you are willing to make from scratch, the more money you'll find yourself saving. Now, there's also a time and a season for that. I know time is money, and so sometimes you do have to weigh those pros and cons. However, for our family, I make our bread every week. It's very simple. It works out to about 50, probably 75 cents a loaf now, but we get delicious homemade bread just because I'm taking the time to make it, and it's far cheaper than anything else I can buy in the store. At various times, I have made our own yogurt. I always make homemade cookies, muffins, all sorts of things that you can do at home, and all those things will help save you money. The same is also true about prepared meals. They are very convenient to buy a meal and have it ready to go, and it's cheaper than takeout. So there's a time and place for those too. However, if you can buy the separate ingredients and prepare it at home, it's far cheaper to make your own lasagna than to buy one that's already made. So the more things you can make from scratch by yourself at home, you will find yourself saving money. I'll leave a link to some of my favorite recipes that are very simple to make down in the description below. The 6th way to save money on your grocery bill is to buy fewer convenience foods. Convenience foods are just that. They're convenient. I get it. But you're paying money for it. So if you're buying a bag of pre-washed carrots or shredded cheese, shredded lettuce, all those nicely packaged bag salads, all of those things will cost more because they are already assembled for you. So start thinking of the things that you can do at home to save on buying convenience foods. Some of my favorite things are I always buy a bulk bag of carrots and I peel them and cut them up myself. I store them in a canning jar and then just put water on top of them and they'll stay fresh all week and they taste delicious. My kids prefer them that way. I always grate our own cheese. You can dice your own onions. Handy thing to do with onions, if you put them in little Ziploc baggies as you're doing them, then you can freeze them and you'll have onions ready to go at a later time. It's a very handy trick to save you time and money on things like that. There are so many ways that you can save money by avoiding convenience foods. So try doing that, look at what you're already buying, and see if there's a way you can do it yourself to save money. Tip number 7, buy cheaper cuts of meat. All right. You can eat meat on a budget. You definitely can. What you need to do though is start watching for the meats that are on sale and the cheaper cuts. Hamburger is going to be cheaper than steak. Chicken is going to be cheaper than hamburger. Pork is going to be cheaper than chicken, and so on and so on and so on. Look at those things and choose those cheaper cuts of meat for your family. Along with that, go back to the first tip again, and when you find meat on sale, stock up. Buy more than what you need this week so that you'll have a variety of those meats in your freezer for your family whenever you need meat. Tip number 8 is probably my favorite tip. And if you stick around, you'll hear me talk about this a lot. But a great way to save money on your groceries without coupons is to build a stockpile. And this builds on all the other tips. And we'll talk a lot more about this in videos to come. So if you're interested in stockpiling, stay tuned. I'll leave some links to get you started, though, in the description below. But what a stockpile is basically is buying the items that you use anytime you can find them at the lowest prices and buying more than you need. So you're going to buy more than just what you need this week and probably next week. You're going to buy enough to get you through, say, the next month to 2 or 3 months. If you're ambitious, you work up to 6 months. You do it little bits by little bits. Really, the easiest way is, like I already mentioned, buy 1 for now and 2 for later. And if you do that every time you see a sale on something that you buy, you're going to start building what is called a stockpile. And that just simply allows you to avoid buying items at regular prices. And so the more you do that, the more you will save. It's so convenient to be able to run to your pantry and just grab another jar of soup when you need it, or another box of pasta, or whatever it is that you need. If you have a stockpile, that will definitely save you not only money, but a lot of time. Tip number 9 is to plan your meals around the sales. Now, this is a big shift for a lot of people because it's easy to just think, oh, what do I feel like eating this week? But if you can look at the sales and say, okay, what's on sale this week? I see that chicken's on sale, so I'm going to make sure that our meals that we're eating are chicken, because that will save you a lot of money. It's easy to just say, oh yeah, I feel like this, and start buying all the ingredients, but that really adds up. If you look at what's on sale and can plan your meals around that, flip what you've been doing, start with the sales, then the meals, you'll notice your grocery bill go down a lot. Final tip, and this is a fun one. The last way to save money is by making money on your grocery bill. And it's easy to do that by using coupon apps. Now, a lot of people talk about Ibotta, and that's a great one. If you haven't used it before, I'll leave my link in the description for you. But my favorite coupon app is actually Fetch. They both work similarly, but again, if you haven't used it, I'll leave the link below. Fetch, the great thing about it is that all you have to do is after every shopping trip is just take a picture of your receipt, and Fetch will actually go through all the items and give you points for specific items that you've bought. You don't have to do any work. Ibotta, you have to kind of select your deals and then take a picture of the receipt. But with Fetch, you just take a picture of the receipt and they do all the work for you. A lot of the things you get points for are name brand items, but it can be toiletries or food. The nice thing is that for every receipt with Fetch, you get 25 points, which all of those points add up. The other thing I like about Fetch is that you can cash out your earnings at any time, starting at low as $3. So I'll leave that link for Fetch below in my description, along with, if you sign up there, it gives you 2,000 points to start out your balance at Fetch. It's a great way to build on with what you're doing already on these previous tips, is to save some money and make some money. Because what I like to do with those earnings from coupon apps is then you can roll them back into your grocery budget. And in a couple months, you can cash out what you have from Ibotta and Fetch, and you have a little bit of extra money to apply to your grocery budget. Or you can save it for something fun like Christmas shopping or going out to eat and treat yourself. It's just a fun little extra way to do something with your grocery budget. Okay, so there you have it. Those were 10 tips, and they really are, I hope you agree, easy tips to save money on your grocery bill. There are so many more ways to save. So I'd love for you to tell me in your comments what one of your favorite ways is to save on your grocery bill. But I hope that you will give some of these a try. Don't try to do them all at once. Just pick one or two to start with, and as you get better at that, then start implementing some of the others, and you'll see your savings start to grow. Thanks for sticking around. If you want to hear more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.